Okay, question 6. Let's do this. Start off by writing down the left-hand side. So here we've got 2 sine squared x in our numerator. In the denominator, we have 2 tan x minus sine 2x. So here's what we're going to do. Let's start off by expanding tan as sine over cos and expanding sine 2x as 2 sine x cos x. So here I've expanded the denominator, both terms. We have 2 times sine x over cos x and then minus 2 sine x cos x. Now what we notice is that both terms in the denominator contain 2 sine x. Let's pull that out as a common factor. Doing so, this is what we have. We've got 2 sine x into. Now in your first term, you'll be left with 1 over cos x, and in your second term, you're left with minus cos x. What we notice here is that the 2 sine x that we've pulled out in the denominator cancels out with the 2 at the top and 1 of the sine x from the top. Because remember, it was sine squared x, right? So there were 2 of it. Now, what's going to be our next step? Let's focus on simplifying this denominator. Because we have 1 over cos x minus cos x, let's focus on getting that as one fraction. So we've got the sine x at the top. Remember that this cos x here is actually a fraction, it's over 1. So we are subtracting fractions that have different denominators. I've shown you in previous questions how we do this. To get the new denominator, we multiply both denominators together. Cos x times 1 is cos x. To get the numerator, we cross multiply. 1 times 1 is 1. We've got a minus, so we keep the minus. And we cross multiply the other way. Cos x times cos x is cos squared x. Now, from our identity, we know that cos squared 1 minus cos squared x is the same thing as sine squared x. But I'm just going to write this a bit differently. When you have a fraction within a fraction, it's best to write your main fraction line as a division sign. So 1 minus cos squared x is going to be sine squared x over cos x. This is a lot easier to interpret, to understand, and to know what to do, especially when it comes to seeing what cancels out with each other. Now we know that when we are dividing two fractions, our next step is to change the division into a multiplication, and your second fraction gets inverted. So we have cos x over sine squared x. Now here's the thing about multiplying fractions. As soon as you have the multiplication sign, this is your permit for you to cross cancel. It's only now when you're allowed to cross cancel. So when we cross cancel, if we have any numerators and denominators that are the same, they cancel out with each other. We've got sine x, which will cancel out with 1 of the sine x from the bottom. And that leaves us with cos x over sine x. And we notice that that is equal to the right-hand side. Now let's have a look at where those 5 marks were given. So where you had expanded tan x as sine over cos, where you expanded sine 2x as 2 sine x cos x. So that step had 2 marks. Then, when you pulled out sine x as a common factor, so where you factorized, you were allocated 1 mark. Where you simplified this bracket to give you one fraction, you had a mark for that. And where you replaced cos squared, 1 minus cos squared x with sine squared x, that was your 5th mark. Please remember to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications for more content.